Salam alaikum, greetings. May I introduce myself, Alan Hendrosson, headmaster of the Sultan School from 1986 until 1995. It was on the very first day of 1986 that my wife Sue and myself set eyes on an oasis in the desert. The desert is now the thriving township of Al Khud. The oasis was, of course, the campus of the Sultan School, then proudly flying the national flag while standing in the middle of nowhere, with scarcely another building to be seen. Splendid isolation, but a beacon for the future of education in the Sultanate. These were exciting times for the country. Oman had just hosted the GCC summit and celebrated 15 years in the reign of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. The first highway had just been completed. The new Sultan Qaboos University was about to open. The whole country was alive with hope and expectation. The school, founded by His Majesty and nurtured from the very beginning by the first headmaster, John Chalfont, was firmly established and poised for growth. At the time of our arrival, there were about 350 students in the school. Over the next few years, numbers almost doubled to the planned maximum of 650. We needed more classrooms, and we needed well-qualified and experienced teachers to deliver a new curriculum based on international programs to prepare our students for entry to top universities around the world. Of course, we needed a new teaching space. The new green block provided classrooms, laboratories, and art rooms. We still, though, lacked some basic facilities. We didn't have an auditorium. We didn't have indoor facilities for PE and sport. So PE was taught either outdoors in the heat or else by taking coaches down to Bosha Stadium. The old cafeteria, meantime, doubled up for a whole range of different activities. They provided meals. By popular acclaim, the fries were the best in town. But also they hosted evening ceremonies of all sorts. Plays, concerts, parents' evenings, prize giving, graduation ceremony. Very much a multi-purpose building. It was in 1995 that we finally celebrated completion of the new sports hall, swimming pool, and auditorium. We had a lot of fun designing these. Back in 1986, there was no internet, no social media, no mobile phones. You could only communicate by using landline or fax or snail mail. And this made recruiting teachers very, very slow and difficult business. So I did, soon after arrival, attend a recruitment fair in London, attended by over 1,000 teachers from around the world and over 100 heads of school. The idea was that teachers would then come to the schools they wanted to go to and ask for an interview and make their pitch. That started with a sign-up session, and I sat alongside a colleague. The sign behind said Cairo American College, which is a very popular destination. In front of the desk was a long, long line of dozens of candidates, maybe 100 of them. I sat under a sign that said the Sultan School Oman, and in front, no one, not one single teacher. Why? Well, because nobody knew, where is Oman? What is the Sultan School? But I had a trick up my sleeve because I was carrying a copy of the school yearbook and a photo album prepared by my wife. So I was able to take this to some of the people at the back of the queue and show them the delights of the country, the beauty of the country, the beaches, the deserts, all these wonderful places, and the school campus, and most of all, the smiles on the faces of the students. That created interest. People wanted to know more about this unknown school in this little-known country, and eventually my appointments were filled up and I had a lot of candidates to interview. Good one. Many of the teachers who joined us in this period are remembered with enormous affection by those they taught. One was, perhaps still is, teaching at the school 32 years after he accepted the offer of a job. A Greek philosopher rightly said, "The purpose of education is not to fill the vessel, but to light the lamp." As lamplighters, these were the very best. In the decade I'm talking about, it was not possible for our students to take international examinations. But the new curriculum and the quality of the teaching, combined with the innate abilities of our students, meant that our students were successfully gaining places in top universities throughout the world, including Ivy League schools in the States. There isn't time enough to list all the developments in that busy decade, but a few. Firstly, the expansion of the scholarships scheme, supported by the D1 and latterly by PDO. This was a far-sighted and very successful initiative. Some of our scholars have gone on to hold high office in government and in the private sector. Within the school, the introduction of a house system, only 2 houses at that time, many more now. This channeled the enthusiasm of our students, taught leadership skills, and encouraged a sense of team spirit and friendly competition in a wide range of sporting activities. Then the astonishing development of instrumental music in the school, leading to a flourishing school band. None of us saw that coming. The establishment of a parents' association and an alumni association, and the voice of the students being heard in the student council and the food committee. Finally, I would mention the expansion of out-of-school activity, after-school activities, with 2 notable developments. The Green Beans Club, which was fostering concern about the environment and charitable awareness, and also Outdoor Girls Club, offering a range of challenging activities and encouraging initiative and cooperation. Both of these attracted enormous support and enthusiastic input from the students. No account would be complete without mention of these other activities which enriched the lives of the school and gave the opportunity to show the talents and enthusiasm of our students and their teachers. Principally, the National Day celebrations, magnificent events which obviously occurred every single year. And also so many plays and blockbuster musicals. If I say Bugsy Malone, then this will never be forgotten by those who saw it or those who took part. So, after 10 years, it was time to retire and hand on the baton to David Charman, who would bring to the next phase of the school's development his own vision and passion. In this account, I have, with one exception, mentioned none of my colleagues by name. To do so would be invidious. So many contributed to what was very much a team effort, and a great team too. In spite of the rapid growth and change in the school, it retained that very special feeling which we found when we first arrived, one large, happy family, bound together by pride in the school and country, and affection and trust between students, teachers, and parents. Now the school is 45 years old and still moving forward. For Sue and myself, It was a privilege to be part of its history.